Hello there. This is Kathy Roosevelt Jonas, licensed clinical social worker.
And Heather Shelton, retired nurse.
From Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting. So we have a few talking points that we wanted to cover today. It's been a while since we've done a video. We have had intentions to do many videos, but life has kind of got ahead of us, and we've been super busy with opening Epic Healing Eugene. We're now serving people. So eventually it will happen that you will have a preparation session with one of our licensed organ facilitators. And I've been really enjoying doing these. And in those preparation sessions, we go over all of our paperwork, which is done through a call and response kind of process through email and DocuSign. So we have all the organ psilocybin forms online. And then we'll go over those in a Zoom session, a 2-hour session. This is included in the price that you pay for your session. And we'll take a little meandering path and talk about your past psilocybin or psychedelic experiences, if you've had any of those, how to prepare for the upcoming service. And most importantly, we talk about dosage. And so there's some variances in dosage amount on how much psilocybin maybe would be helpful for a person. And so we follow Oregon State guidelines, but we also follow what we've discovered is best in our setting.
Yes. So what which I may talk about?
Sure.
Okay. So a couple things we recognize now about our setting. First is that due to the size of our setting and our small team, which we really love having a small team, we are primarily serving individuals, couples, and small groups of 3 who know one another. And that's really important. We want people to already have a familiarity and a relationship before they're in a small group together. Also, we've made a decision here at Epic Healing Eugene that our high dose of psilocybin is 35 milligrams. The state of Oregon allows up to 50 milligrams, but we really feel that we've done our due diligence as a staff, as individuals, and we feel that 35 milligrams is really considered a heroic dose of mushrooms and is plenty of psilocybin to have a transformational experience.
It turns out to be usually around anywhere from 5.5 to 6 grams thereabout, depending on the variety of psilocybin that is available that we have.
Yeah, so those are some decisions that we've made based on best practices and what feels best to us. So that's important, I guess, for folks to know as well.
And 25 milligrams is most often used in research and medical settings. Yeah. So somewhere in between there, we're not doing microdosing. We've decided that our setting is too small for that, and eventually maybe we'll end up in a bigger setting. But we're really enjoying our small setting right now. It's we have lots of flowers in the courtyard. This is a great time of year to come. And we are enjoying the small personalized work with others.
Yeah, it's intimate, you know, and a nice team. And because we do work so closely together in our small group of folks, it has a nice energy. We have a nice energy here.
Yeah.
So.
And our last thing is we wanted to just talk a little bit about preparing for a psychedelic experience, like where even to start. We did a prior kind of fun interview about mindfulness strategies, and so this is just a little bit of a little extra. What I would say on psilocybin, part of my 2 cents worth on any kind of deep personal growth journey, is that there's going to be times of the expansion and contraction, feeling really great, then going, oh my gosh, what just happened? There could be times of feeling fearful, could be times of feeling resistant to having the experience, kind of like change your mind after you take the medicine, which is like, a little too late for that, you're in for the ride. So part of this is deciding if you are well equipped and have enough resources within yourself and also outside resources of support to sustain a deep personal growth experience, because it can be destabilizing in the sense that, it mixes up the status quo, it gets you thinking differently, it opens up the feelings. So these are things to consider.
Yeah. Well, so that we just wanted to kind of really quickly today share what I call the gratitude practice, which is a really simple way to just touch in with ourselves every day. I've used this myself for a very long time, and it was a huge part of my healing from deep depression that I've experienced in my life, which occasionally comes back to visit me. That darkness comes to visit, and I use my tools again and again, and I'm so grateful for them. So they're already gratitude, right? So a very simple way really to practice this is once a day is just a fine place to start if this is something brand new, and to just give yourself a few moments. It doesn't even have to be minutes a day, although doing this in conjunction with some mindfulness practice or meditation can be even more powerful. But to really just take a moment and close your eyes and get centered. Take a nice deep breath. I like to take 3. And then I think about some things that I'm grateful for in my life. And just start with 3 things. And so 3 simple things can be this beautiful earth that we stand on. I give thanks for this fresh air that I can breathe. I give thanks that I have a lovely friend here with me today. I give thanks that I have a loving family. And this is how the gratitude practice goes. I give thanks that I'm looking out at these beautiful trees. I give thanks that today the sky is blue. And really making this become a habit of once a day is just a great place to begin. Once a day to say, okay, I'm going to sit down and be grateful for 3 things I have in my life. Really becomes powerful, and it starts to become a habit. And then it starts to happen more often. So gratitude practice maybe happens twice a day. For me, I have a gratitude practice in the morning when I wake up. In the in-between time between sleep and rest, I love to do my prayers and my gratitude practice at that time. So in the morning I do that, in the evening I do that. For myself, I like to put my hands just right on my heart when I do my gratitude practice. I have some silly little practices of if I see 11:11 on the clock, then that's a moment that I say a prayer or give thanks for my life and what's happening. And often I see those numbers in a moment where there's something happening that immediately I want to feel gratitude for. So those are some little tricks and tips about how I remind myself to do a gratitude practice. And I really just want to say that in the beginning, for myself, if I'm in a really dark place, I don't always feel physically the gratitude, but if I continue to do the practice, it becomes real and becomes part of myself. So I just want to encourage you to give it a try. Maybe give yourself a 30-day challenge. 30-day challenges are so wonderful. They're really helpful for me. To once a day do your gratitude practice, because I do feel that at the end of those 30 days, you may surprise yourself at how often it's coming and how you really can feel it in your heart.
Beautiful.
So.
Thank you so much for that. I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed just the prospect of connecting with the many people out there that do want to come specifically to Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting. And we will wish you well. Take good care. And this is Kathy and Heather signing off from Epic Healing Eugene.